The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. Carle, the Very Quiet Cricket. One warm day, from a tiny egg, a little cricket was born. "Welcome," chirped a big cricket, rubbing his wings together. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Good morning," whisked a locust spinning through the air. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Hello," whispered a praying mantis, scraping its huge front legs together. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Good day," crunched a worm, munching its way out of an apple. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Hi," bubbled a spittlebug, slurping in a sea of froth. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Good afternoon," screeched a cicada, clinging to a branch of a tree. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "How are you?" hummed a bumblebee, flying from flower to flower. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. "Good evening," whirred a dragonfly, gliding above the water. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together, but nothing happened, not a sound. Good night, buzzed the mosquitoes dancing among the stars. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. A lunar moth sailed quietly through the night, and the cricket enjoyed the stillness. As the lunar moth disappeared silently into the distance, the cricket saw another cricket. She too was a very quiet cricket. Then he rubbed his wings together one more time, and this time he chirped the most beautiful sound that she had ever heard. Eric Carle, the very clumsy click beetle. One fine morning, a young click beetle decided to go for a walk. At noon, it climbed up and down a flower. In the afternoon, it rummaged through a pile of pebbles. In the evening, it crawled among the tall blades of grass. And when it turned night, the young click beetle crept up a tree. After a while, it got tired and fell to the ground. It landed on its back. The young click beetle tried very hard to turn over onto its feet, but it couldn't. "Help!" it cried. All along, a wise old click beetle had been watching the young click beetle. "Tomorrow morning, I will teach you how to click and flip through the air and land on your feet," said the wise old click beetle. "In the meantime, you may as well go to sleep. Good night." The next morning, the wise old click beetle said, "Look at me. This is how it is done." First, it turned onto its back, and then, with a loud click, it flipped through the air and landed on its feet. "Now you try it," said the wise old beetle. "Thank you, that looks easy," replied the young click beetle. Just then an earthworm stuck his head up out of the ground. "Look at me," said the young click beetle, and with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young click beetle. Just then a turtle ambled by. "Better luck next time," said the turtle. "Keep on trying." "Look at me," said the young click beetle, and with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young click beetle. Just then a snail slithered by. "Don't worry," said the snail, "you will get there." "Look at me," said the young click beetle, and with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. "How very clumsy of me," said the young click beetle. Just then a mouse scurried by. "You need a little more practice," said the mouse. "Look at me," said the young click beetle, and with a loud click, it flipped through the air. But it landed on its back. Just then, oh, what was this? The young click beetle had never seen anything so big. It could not move. It was scared. "Quick, click and flip," cried the wise old click beetle who was watching. And the young click beetle clicked and flipped through the air. But this time it did 3 graceful somersaults and landed on its feet. "Look at you," shouted the wise old click beetle. You have done it! Eric Carle, the very lonely firefly. As the sun set, a little firefly was born. It stretched its wings and flew off into the darkening sky. It was a lonely firefly and it flashed its light searching for other fireflies. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a light bulb lighting up the night. Hear that noise? The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a candle flickering in the night. What's going on? The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a flashlight shining in the night. Quiet out there! The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a lantern glowing in the night. What is it? Hey, stop fighting! The firefly saw several lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. There was a dog and a cat and an owl, their eyes reflecting the lights. The firefly saw a light and flew toward it, but it was not another firefly. It was a car's headlights flooding the night. Look! Wow, it's beautiful! The firefly saw many lights and flew toward them, but they were not other fireflies. They were fireworks sparkling and glittering and shimmering in the night. When all was quiet, the firefly flew through the night, flashing its light, looking and searching again. Then the very lonely firefly saw what it had been looking for. A group of fireflies flashing their lights. Now the firefly wasn't lonely anymore.